Hello everybody, this is Kill Me Horde. Welcome back to Dragon Age, the Veilguard. We're gonna go check in on Emmerich and see how he's doing. See his lichiness and his splendor, maybe. I don't know if he underwent Lichdom yet or not. We'll find out. Is he a lich already?
Why is it so cold in?
Morgoth.
Hello, Vorgoth.
Sorry, Vorgoth, not Morgoth.
Rook, Vorgoth and I have just finished discussing some preparations for my Lichdom.
I shall be with you until the end.
Classic Vorgoth. Is this a bad time?
I've so much to do. Crafting a glamour, for example. After Lichdom, I'll need an illusion of my mortal appearance for polite company.
Good call.
I've told Harding about the ritual. I'll inform the others afterwards. Rook, would you accompany me during the final rites as witness to my Lichdom?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Of course.
Thank you. I'm so pleased it'll be another Watcher. When you have time, I'll send word to the necropolis.
I have time right now, bro. I've got time right now, bro. But let me check. Yep, nobody has anything else going on. Emmerich has points I can spend, so I should spend them. There's... Whatever, it's because of my stupid weapon over here. Hey, yo, what? Yeah, I should use that mage knife. Way better for me. Rings, rings, rings! So many fucking rings on my person. And staves. Okay, map. World map. When did I get missives? I didn't mean to press H. The Antom are this is from the Inquisitor. The Antom are pretty much fucking off. The Venatorian and our legions are fighting. Situation is dire. Antom, yeah, the Antom fucked off. That's for that. As the consecration will be dealt with, we will remove it once preparations are complete. Flee if it appears in your dreams. Signed with a complicated, impenetrable sigil. The fuck's that supposed to mean? Is that something I need to? Is that something I need to be worried about? I somehow still haven't been able to... It's either I'm not able to, or her quests haven't been popping up yet. For Nev to finish off her stuff. I don't know.
What's this Lichdom rite actually like?
I must pass through the gates and meet the oldest forces in the necropolis. A final appraisal of my soul.
Hail the living. Emmerich Volkaren and his chosen witness. Rook.
I think
the
Emmerich will be
Watcher,
fine, though.
Who has vexed the cruel elven gods.
Collect yourselves for the right.
I'm afraid this is as far as you're permitted. If anything should perchance go wrong, what things we've already seen. Thank you for taking me on, Rook.
Glad to have you,
There's
man.
not another necromancer I'd rather have by my side.
Truly?
Truly. Good luck, Emmerich.
I am come to be judged by the dead.
He could make a new man for it anyway, so... Bruh, Vorgoth stabbed the shit out of him.
Emmerich?
I see so much more clearly now. The deeper eddies of the Fade. The pulse of the necropolis. I have been through blood and darkness, and I have emerged into light.
You look so happy, Emmerich.
I am gifted with an existence few have even dreamed of. All thanks to a friend who helped me find a clear and steady heart. Thank you for coming, everyone. Please, bear with me. This will be rather difficult to explain.
That's putting it lightly,
I
bro.
may appear the same as always, as I stand before you, but I've recently undergone a ritual that...
I thought you'd have a skull face. Like a skeleton.
It must be his glamour. It's really something, Professor. I can't sense you're a lich at all.
Harding?
Oh, no. Was becoming a lich a secret?
So, the lich stuff is true, and you crossed that line.
It's watch your business.
That's strictly between Emmerich, myself, and the Mournwatch. And apparently Harding.
I'm really sorry, Emmerich.
I'm not angry. I'm only disappointed.
No. That's worse.
Just tell me you'll keep your skin on.
That's not how it...
I should take notes.
Look, why don't we just start from the beginning?
Are you satisfied? Yes, I have entered Lichdom, and I am not an abomination, or a demon, or a disconsolate spirit. I have become something more. And yet I am still fully possessed of myself.
So you are a skeleton. Got it.
I wouldn't have helped Emmerich if I didn't trust him to...
Thank you, Rook. But please, allow me. I'd like to think some of us have become friends. I value that more than you might know. But I am changed, and I would never cause you distress by staying where I'm no longer welcomed.
You're no weirder than you were before.
I've seen worse with the Wardens.
You all... Really?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, now, question time.
Yeah, I think Nev was the only one with reservations, honestly. Hero. Death becomes Veilguard skill, Death's Caress. The fate is but a thought away for the Lich. All of Emmerich's abilities have a necrotic touch, and his presence amplifies any afflictions applied by his companions. The Silken Ash stitched into this imposing necromancy set. Oh, that's his armor. Missives. What do you want? Thank you again for watching. That's how I feel about it sometimes. You get to wear your vestige, which shows off your how you're hollow, but you still have your face. So see, the thing is that everybody has the Hero of the Veilguard except for Nev because she got hardened. Do I need to have a higher relationship level with her or something? I think that's what it is. I have to have relationship level 8 to finish things. Well, the unfortunate thing is I only have... Whoops. I only have one quest. And that's to talk to Solus and call him a bitch.
I've wondered.
Skeleton. Skeleton. These two are hanging out up here. I'm gonna look at them. They're still talking outside. We're gonna talk to Solus. I don't want to talk. That was a stutter. I don't want to talk to Solus, but I will.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. I do not know how you have found your dealings with the Dalish. Whatever my frustrations with them, it was a privilege to be able to help our people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
Like angry brothers.
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, We had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You didn't like the
said you
Dalish?
found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Yeah, I'm betting you had a little
Let
argument.
me guess. You tried to tell them what they were getting wrong, and they didn't believe you.
There are few things that frustrate me as much as ignorance. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And one of the first lessons in the Mournwatch is that the Fade is reality as seen through a smoky mirror.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
Last time I got his attention, he got angry enough to come after us with the Blighted Dragons. Hopefully this baits him into a mistake we can use against him.
Every act of resistance is a thorn in his side. He will break soon. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I don't believe I've earned the respect.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
Yeah, but what about the Inquisitor?
Except for Inquisitor Llewellyn.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
Do you regret it?
I live with countless regrets. Some of them I have grown to cherish more than my victories.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
You manipulative ass bitch.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
We've done some great work underwater. You know why no one else can save the world except us? Why the Inquisitor told me it had to be us. Because we don't give up. Knock us down, and we come back swinging.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before,
Not without help, we didn't.
so we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
Ideas, anyone?
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
I just want to hear what
Wardens
people
have
say
run dry.
first.
Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
Okay,
And
nothing
the
with
Veil Jumpers
wardens.
couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Laconis?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
So we
We've
got,
got
options.
options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right.
Oh!
With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up. Be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Yeah, because the gods are a bunch of bitches. They a bunch of bitches. Ooh, a quest. Swear to God. Okay, nobody else has quests. Nobody else has quests. There's quests here. There's a story quest there and a story quest. Why are there... Hold on. What is this about? Oh, for meeting the Inquisitor. We're gonna do the faction quest. We're gonna do the faction quest. If you're like, why are you bringing Nev with you? I have to level up her stupid relationship stat so she stops being stupid and not wanting to be a hero of the Veilguard.
You look
Hello.
settled. You like it here?
It tried to eat me.
Good.
Alright, what'd you find out about this blight?
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the Blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
The fuck do you mean?
This place is so troubled. Where the Fade touches the wetlands, it must be a mess on that side too.
If there are demons, they can stay on their side of the veil.
So what's the Blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the Blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean...
Archdemon?
Everything that calls the Blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the Blight more than some of the others. Are you?
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
Well, this is
This
really
is bad. But you two are fine, really. You sure you haven't heard anything, or?
We're fine. It's not... We're fine. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendel might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere, and spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their Blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when FK's at my back.
You've always got me.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the waters, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
So where am I going?
You know the griffin with the shorter ears?
Jesus, it's all the way over there. We are going to the redoubt to blow up an eruption.
About to have a problem.
Hey, yo, I leveled up. I almost have Dark Squall.
I don't have a good feeling about this place.
Then we're all on edge together.
Exactly. The eruption is here somewhere, and you should definitely not feel good about it.
A barrier. I bet the eruption's on the other side. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
While fighting our dark spot.
All right. Better move before more darkspawn show up.
I have to climb this way, right?
The ledge. Vantage point for taking out the tendrils.
A ballista.
Well, that could be handy.
I'm ready.
We're through.
And something awful is waiting past the gate. Here goes nothing.
I was hoping it would come through the gate so I could shoot it. Holy fucking shit, guys. Alright, this is where I'm going to end this episode today. Leave you on a cliffhanger. Shall see you all next time. We'll kill whatever that is. Bye-bye!